All right, we are back, and we are live once again with an extremely tired and shot ST. I apologize. The game is starting a little bit later tonight. That was not my intention, but stuff happened, so that's okay. So we know who's taking notes for tonight. Can we have somebody for a recap so we can clue everybody in where we're at, and of course give ourselves a reminder?
Woohoo! Oh.
Uh-oh. Davey movie announcer voice.
Last time on Modern Age Heroes. The battle for New York has begun. The heroes assemble at Central Park. Tyrax lands. The Justice Legion goes to work. But Tyrax just laughs it off. President Albrecht lands a mighty blow just as Tyrax was about to monologue. Pulsar lands two monstrous punches. Red Arsenal's Psy Arrow goes wide, and Ixion freezes Tyrax in place. Justice League piles back on. Tyrax responds with a massive concussive force and sends shards impaling Red Arsenal. Pulsar delivers a blast sandwich, and Ixion creates an ice slick, giving Tyrax trouble. Tyrax grabs a hold of Monarch, shaking him violently, and he falls to the ground, unresponsive. Prince Tidebreaker dives punch Tyrax into a subway tunnel below. Tyrax raises himself back up, now covered in Dravixium. Shiny Communique takes Red Arsenal and gives him smelling salts to get out of his stupor and daze. Finally, Black Mass, Amazing Grace, and Thor join the fight. Ixion builds some fortifications. Pulsar takes Black Mass to keep him away from Tyrax. Red Arsenal fires another arrow and scores a massive hit against Tyrax. Meanwhile, on the Planet Killer, Lightbringer, Shone, and Hyperion teleport onto the ship. Lightbringer uses her empathy powers to find a large contingent of soldiers and heads towards them. They find a hangar bay. Lightbringer sees a command deck where Hyperion can jack into and unleash the Dr. October virus. Shone teleports them there. The group decloaks and begins fighting the soldiers at the command deck. The alarm is raised. After defeating the three Duridians, Hyperion jacks in and unleashes the virus. While inside the capital ship, he finds the controls to the hangar door, and he opens it, ejecting all the soldiers and all the equipment in the hangar out into the cold void of space. Hyperion stays behind to monitor the virus's progress, while both the sisters head back to New Prussia to check on Dr. Rostenkowski. And that's what happened on Season 3, Episode 5, Modern Age Superheroes.
Good job.
Yay, me!
All right, so we all know where we're picking back up. I don't know if I have initiatives here. Hold on a second. No, that was from the other night. No. Okay, so we can... I think I accidentally closed it down. That's okay. We can re-roll. That'll be all right. Okay. All right. So those of you currently in combat, I apologize. I am dragging today. I was out in the sun all day. It was fun.
That'll do it.
All right. So those of you who are in combat, which was Xenofreeze, Pulsar, Red Arsenal, and I think that was it.
Yep.
For New York, yes. And then there's something happening in New Prussia on the border.
Right.
Right.
Okay, so Xenofreeze, Pulsar, and Red Arsenal, give me initiative rolls.
Woo! Let's roll up our sleeves and get to work. Roll super. Oh, that's right. I get stuff.
You guys remember how they do that?
Yes.
I'm going to use the roll for init thing. What is the modifier for it?
The modifier for what?
For initiative, is there one, or is it just?
Yes.
Depends on it depends on your intuition. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, my intuition's just good, so it's probably just fine.
No, good probably gives you a +1 or 2. Let me take a look real quick.
Was it in notes? No.
It's in the pin. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
So if you have a good,
Good is 0.
Oh, GD10. Yeah. So
Okay.
you are 0.
Then, yeah.
That's what I have.
Okay. Then mine's a 7. Yeah. I used the special roll for initiative function.
Cool, Davey.
Oh, yeah.
Give me just 1 minute,
Derek?
please.
5.
In English.
5.
Thank you.
1. Oh, okay.
Can you guys hear me typing?
You're not typing right now.
It's not that I'm aware of.
Okay, because I'm doing notes. Can you guys hear this?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'll mute myself while I type then.
Okay.
All right. Supers roll.
Super duper.
Wow. 4 for initiative. Wow.
And what's your intuition?
Intuition 1, and I get 1 from weapon specialist because I'm using my psionic bow.
Okay, so that means you have a 6.
No, he has a 4 because he added the +2.
Oh, I see. Never mind.
Yeah.
You know what Shang Tsung would say at a time, or I should say Shao Kahn would say at a time like that?
You suck.
Yep. You suck. I loved that when I was young.
Oh, I thought he would say, I think you could do better. I believe in you. Yeah. You rolled low this time, but don't worry. You can totally achieve your dreams. I believe in you.
You weak, pathetic fool.
Positive Shao Kahn.
Yeah.
Positive Shao
All
Kahn.
too easy.
Yeah.
All right.
Friendship.
So starting back with those of you who are fighting with Terax. Oh, man. Okay. So, Pulsar has... so it's a teamwork effort right now. Pulsar has Black Mass, and you're trying to weave as tightly as you can in between the ice barriers that Xenofreeze is forming to try and give him cover, while Black Mass is using his magic to try and keep the even more powerful Tyrax kind of tied up right now. All right.
Wow. Squeaky chair.
Oh, okay. I was like, what's going on?
It was a squeaky chair.
Okay.
It must be leather. And he went,
No, it's very old.
yeah.
Oh, I need to roll for their initiative too.
Jerome, is the character that I'm holding, is it Black Mass or Black Mask?
Mass, like Massachusetts.
Okay.
And you asked this last time.
Okay. Well, because I heard it again. I was like, wait, hold on. I wanted to make sure that I didn't miswrite the notes.
I thought it was Black Mass 2, and then...
Yeah, because he has magical powers, so I thought maybe it was like Tuxedo Mask.
Ooh. Or maybe like...
Can somebody roll me a D10 to determine how much karma I'm deducting?
I can. Wait. To determine what?
How much karma
I'm deducting?
We don't have any more karma because we killed somebody last time.
Oh, that's true.
I would be taking it from the bank.
Oh!
Oh, no.
Ouch.
Maybe I should roll.
Yeah.
Okay, so they are at. Okay, so you guys are you guys, you're trying to bob and weave around the ice blocks. You've already kind of done that at this point. Pardon me. The NPCs are acting at this point. So Black Mass is, of course, casting another spell, trying to keep him tied up and or strangulated if he can, with the shadowy forces that are rising up out of the ground and from the alleyways and whatnot around him. Amazing Grace. You know, I know I've got. Man, this is how I know I was tired. I knew I had notes on this, and I just didn't pull any of that up right now. So give me a second. Goodness.
Are you
Who
all right,
knows,
man?
though, that I tried to do that all by memory. Self high five.
I'll give you a real high five. Well, digital.
Why? Thank you. Where is that? I thought I had another one. I mean, I know where it's at, but oh, I did. Okay. That pulled up. There we go. Okay, that's not the that's the Supers of the World. That's not the one I'm looking for. Reminded me of some notes that I've got for you guys afterwards, and this is just like, yeah. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but I've worked hard on some characters, and it's going to get weird.
Nice.
If you live, of course. I'm not, no guarantees.
Oh,
Hear that, all you characters with significant others?
We're back to that again, huh?
We are back to that again. Okay, so Amazing Grace has ended up taking those rock spikes up into her legs and kind of in between and jamming through. So she is struggling to stay upright as her, like, part of her leg and her knee on one side is pretty thrashed. She, before she's attempting to break away, what she ends up doing is she flies forward towards Tyrax. One, obviously, to get up off of her leg, and then does basically like a move through. She flies straight at him with her fist extended and punches. Of course, it hurts her because his body type is such that it's very resilient to damage right now, but still clocks him. There's a loud gong as that strikes, but she opened a diamond on the other side, so when she went through, she was further away, so it would be harder for him to attempt to retaliate. So far, nobody knows what's going on with Monarch just yet. The others are down. Communique at this point is not able to do a whole lot, so she's just trying to bob and weave, fly and fire just trying to get his attention. Just doing her best to try and give him another target that's potentially hard to hit. The injured President Albrecht is standing back up, and he ends up like firing in a punch, an elbow, and then tries to kick him in the knee, his other knee, and again his strength is such that it's loud claps and he's buckling, but this, however he managed to change himself into Dravixium, is clearly causing problems nobody expected or nobody could have expected. So it's not nearly as effective as one might hope. Oh, we have to wait for initiatives for that. He ends up he has got to get Black Mass off him. So he is what he ends up doing is raising a large chunk of street and dirt and ripped up pipelines and everything that comes through it, and wings it right for Pulsar. So you can so as we discussed before, there's a couple different ways you can do this. You can attempt to dodge, which isn't quite as good, but it still gives you the capability of attacking later on when it's your turn. You can instead of doing that, you can where am I? I'm on the wrong one here. Let's go up. Okay. Where's my Marvel folder? Your Marvel. It's not the Marvel folder. It's in the superhero folder. Man, it has been a day. I am completely discombobulated. So you can attempt to dodge, which obviously makes it harder for them to strike back, but it's not quite as good as a full evade. Evasion, however, puts you in a situation where even though you fully evade and you don't get a chance to attack back that round, you are potentially at a benefit, an increase, because you've evaded to put yourself in a better position. So it depends on tactically how you want to do that.
I think I'm going to go with an evade, because my punches don't do anything to him, so I'm prioritizing keeping the caster Black Mass safe.
Okay.
And so my attacks don't mean anything right now, so I'm gonna prioritize on keeping this dude safe. So I'm gonna go for an evade, because it'll hopefully, yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll your agility.
Green feet.
Okay, let me take a look and see. I need to consult the rules on that one. Superheroes. Doop.
Is it has my turn come up yet, or no?
No.
Okay. So my my next regeneration hasn't kicked in yet.
Oh, and keep in mind, I'm glad I looked this up. Evasion only allows you to evade one person, so you wouldn't be able to evade multiple people that way. So you're obviously only dealing with the one person, so it's irrelevant here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
so but that's good to know.
And what's that? Okay, right. So you have evaded with a green result. So what ends up happening is that rock, that mass of ground that he's instinctively lobbed at you with his powers, goes flying wide and ends up, tumbling somewhere off into New York City proper, but nowhere near you. So that means you will not be able to attack at this point.
Okay.
But you have kept Black Mass from and yourself from getting clocked with something. Let's see. And then, of course, he's with other actions. He's attempting to fend off really President Jurgen right now, President Albrecht, because he's the only one that's really in his face at this point. All right. So after the NPCs, we are at George. You have evaded, so you don't have an action. Derek.
Do I get my regeneration for my turn, or
Yeah.
no?
Mhm.
I do.
Yeah,
Okay.
you still get that.
Okay.
That's reactive. That doesn't require you to think about it.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to make sure because I need it.
Do I have the barricades set up substantially? I mean, is that completed, or do I'm just
It's you're gonna have to go ad hoc and do it as you need to because you don't really know where
right.
he's going to be sending something next or what vector Pulsar is taking to try and bring Black Mass around.
Right. I will. So is Albrecht flying in and clocking him?
No, he's standing toe to toe.
He's standing toe to toe. Okay. Oh, that doesn't help. I don't want to like throw an ice sheet down and have El Presidente slip and fall. I will try. So is he still bound up with the darkness?
Yes. He's still able to attack because he's trying to pull it off, but he's also still attempting to deal with that the darkness that Black Mass is trying to envelop him with.
Okay. Then I'm going to assist in trying to like try to envelop him also. Like I just want to freeze him. Like I want to just cold generate. I want to focus it on him and just literally just try to freeze his body.
Okay. So keep in mind, since people are going hand to hand at that point,
right,
it's likely just going to be shattered. So if you attempt to freeze like an arm,
okay, yeah, then I'll do that.
Trying more of like delay and entangle, that would be better.
Okay, then that's what I'll do.
Okay, that is a called shot, but not terribly difficult. Go ahead and roll your agility.
Agility is anything
in New York City.
Okay, so oops, I just typoed.
Manhattan.
Oops, not AM. RM. Red.
Nice.
97.
Okay. So using your ice fort that you have made for yourself, you were able to jump up like on top to get a clearer shot. So the President Albrecht wasn't in the way. Flam! And you end up hitting like his right arm with the ice and like kind of up on the shoulder.
Gigantic block that he's like.
Yep.
Anything to hinder him.
Nope, and that'll work. Davey.
Let's go,
Mr. Rooftop.
Does that cause damage? I mean, I just out of curiosity. I know to like a fleshy being, it absolutely could.
Right. To him, probably not.
Right.
But obviously, it still has the added effect of, the Sub-Zero effect, causing them to stumble, delay, or whatever have you, because their hand is bound or arm is bound or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. I think we said it was MN because I get 2 column shifts. Okay. Arrow to the back of the head. Let's go.
Arrowed.
MN.
Should you roll for fighting first to see how many attacks you get, or no?
Yes.
White feet.
He doesn't.
My fighting isn't high enough, but I was reading if I take the bow talent, I can roll agility to fire more arrows.
Cool.
Yeah. So something to think about. White feet for me. That's it for me.
Okay, so So unfortunately, your psychic arrow flies wide, ricochets off of the ice from his arm, and just goes like way up into the sky some places. All right. So that was that round. Back in, I was wanting to say Latveria.
Reality bleed.
Yeah, I know.
Palace of Doctor Doom.
So you guys are in Königsberg, and if I recall, you were being given directive to go to the front to assist, correct?
Chone was advised the location to help out Sagan. Lightbringer is with Dr. Rostinghowski trying to figure out some way that they can defeat Dravixium. So she needs to get the sample from Ixion's ship and bring it to Dr. R.
Okay. So that isn't terribly difficult. You're working on that. Where's Hyperion in all of this?
Oh, Hyperion is back on the space base.
Yeah, Hyperion is still on the flagship, monitoring the virus. And once it's able to take over the ship, he's going to see what he can do with the ship.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he's not on the base. He's on the ship.
Yes.
Right.
He's on the boat. Okay, so you are currently working on that. Obviously, can't do anything with Shelly at this point. She's not there. So we will deal with her in a moment. Back to combat on the ground. So the NPCs are still attempting to duke it out. When you see he's so what's happening right now is Black Mass still kind of has a hold of him, not completely. He's still moving around and is somewhat free, but because it's magic, it is causing him problems. It is causing him physical pain. Pulsar is doing what he can to try and whip around to get out of the way, to put himself in a better position, which you didn't, but you did full evade, so at least you didn't get hit. Gotta take what you get. So the heroes on the ground, which really at this point, like Thor is coming back around for another strike with Mjolnir, with his hammer, and is attempting to stay on him. President Albrecht is looking pretty ragged, but he's duking it out with him as well. And there's a brief moment where let me get this pulled up. There we go. Where you actually see Tyrax freeze in position. He hasn't had a chance to get the ice off his arm, so that's something he'll have to deal with in a second. As if he's forcibly trying to get to move, but it's giving the shadows obviously free shots and attempts to try and strangle him as you see them being forced down like his throat and whatnot. And you see coming from the sky and down, this man hovering by himself, decked out in this kind of red, with like a dark red and gray armor, face mask, and kind of a cloak, or I should say a hooded cowl that comes off of his body, and you end up hearing him say, as he takes this moment to monologue himself. And he says, "Tremble, for you stand in the presence of Baron Damocles, a name that echoes through the halls of history like a sword poised above the unworthy. I do not ally, I command. I do not follow, I tolerate. And do not mistake my presence amongst you for kinship or camaraderie. I'm here because the weight of the world hangs in the balance, and I will not allow it to be shattered by fools lesser than myself. When this crisis is done, when the dust settles and the weak sing songs of survival, remember, it was my hand that held the sky aloft, my will that kept the abyss at bay, and should any among you forget that, I will remind you.
I just want to, you know what? At this one point, I just want to see Tyrax just pimp slapping.
As you are quickly realizing that Baron Damocles is legit. Not that he's an individual world beater himself, but he could probably rate pretty high up there as his. He is largely holding Tyrax in place due to the his control over the gravity of Earth, and it is such that you actually see the force that he's exerting to hold Tyrax in place. You actually see the ground collapsing around him as he basically the Earth is giving away to Tyrax, but the gravity is pulling him down. So the rock and concrete and asphalt and everything of New York is not enough to withstand the pull of these two beings, and it's just like collapsing all around him in this like island of this island of gravimetric strength.
It's like a crater, but being made from the underside.
Yes. Like it's forcibly being made, like some invisible gigantic being decided to go crunch, down, and it just flattening like all around. He takes a moment at that point with one hand. You see the energy rippling off as he's forcibly keeping in place, and he just pulls another one, and you actually see, or you hear and see a crack of blue energy fly off of his other hand and strike a now prone Tyrax. At this point, everybody has a free shot. Don't get a white result.
Let's go.
Pulsar, you are obviously you have got Black Mass with you. He is still attempting to do what he can do. Are you just flying, or are you going to take a shot?
Yeah, I'll bring us in close enough so Black Mass can continue to do his thing. But yeah, I'm gonna sling some fire at this guy because I'm not a fan.
Okay. Eat plasma.
And I roll agility.
Yes, you do.
I got a green feet.
Nice. So that is a hit. So as you hit, President Albrecht piles on, and takes several free pot shots as he's being forcibly held in place. Xenofreeze?
Let's see here. I guess, well, if at that point with Albrecht like right in the way there, I don't want to take the chances of hitting him because he's literally like going fisticuffs, right?
Right. Mm-hmm. So is Thor.
So is Thor. So I am not going to do that. I am going to, I'm going to focus on the backside and start building up a wall back there to try to somewhat encase. It's going to be an ice arena, if you will, to where like all around the sides and stuff like that, he's encased to where he's limited to some degree of where he can go.
Okay.
I'm just trying to build stuff up. Yeah.
That'll work. Well, the benefit there is that potential collateral damage might be caught up in your ice wall, which could potentially save additional lives.
Yeah.
So you can go ahead and start working on that. Go ahead and give me an agility check as you start spraying and growing an ice wall.
Green.
Okay. You are hard at work at that. Okay, red arsenal.
Let's go.
He can't miss.
Slash MM.
That will cause you to miss.
Let's go. 92 red feet.
Ooh.
Awesome.
Shnikes. Ouch. Okay. Ah.
Get some. And you still got a frozen arm and shoulder. Eh.
Okay. So that shot hits him. He howls in pain at that point as it tags him straight in the head. He's actually starting to look, although he's angry, he is starting to physically look worn and is struggling.
Nice.
Okay, so back to New Prussia. Lightbringer, why don't you give me an intuition check as you search the ship, looking for whatever you can that will give you a lead on that Dravixium.
Green.
Okay. You are able to find the sample that you guys have. So this will give you something to work with once you take it back to the laboratories.
Okay.
Which I take it you're not really dilly-dallying. You're just grabbing it and going.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I'm booking it.
What is Shone doing?
I think you had a place on the map and you were trying to jump there.
Yes. Yeah, I think that's what I was going to do. So I need to do some rolls.
Yep. Go ahead and give me. I forget what. So, what are we rolling for your? I think it's your power rank, right, for your teleport.
Was that or agility? I don't remember. Yeah, like it's IN 40. I'll just roll that. Hold on, I'll mute myself because my kid's in the kitchen.
Can't believe Baron Damocles came down to steal credit for our work.
You know what? We never finished our assignment from him.
Yeah.
Oh, you did not.
Get a green feet.
Oh, what'd you
Probably
guys?
not too excited about that. Because we got captured by the Russians.
Oh,
Exactly.
he'll be my friend though, because this is my first time meeting him.
Sure, we'll go with that.
I don't know if you heard me, but I got a green feet.
Uh-huh. Yes, so it actually is your power rank. So cool. I'm just going through and double checking it. I didn't want to assume. Okay, so you haven't been to this exact area before, but you are vaguely familiar with New Prussia. So as you teleport to what is effectively the front lines on the ground, you can see that. In fact, let me give you the map pulled up here real quick. So right now you are at the city of. Here we go. Oh, let me click on it. You guys suck. Okay. Is that it? No, that's the country again. Okay. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Do. That's what I was looking for. Thank you for pulling it. Okay, so I'm going to butcher this because I don't speak Lithuanian naturally. But you are in the town, or you're in the city of Dres Kininkai. Apology to Lithuanians out there.
Is that where I'm supposed to be?
Yes, that is. So basically, what is happening is the Russian forces have, or they're starting to break through Belarus, which has long been an ally of the Russians. And they are attempting to break through into Lithuania, which that's actually in Lithuania. So it's a think the way this area looks right now. Think you're gonna have to mute yourself because you're typing really loud.
Sorry, I keep forgetting. Sorry. Anyway, I'm done.
So think visual. If you have seen Wonder Woman, the first film, when she gets to pardon me, what's supposed to be the front lines, and it's trench warfare, and it's just kind of like this no man's land out there where occasionally gunfire is coming across and shells are coming across on both sides, but nobody is attempting to go further one way or the other. The only thing you see, the only thing that differs there is that you do see enemy forces on the other side, primarily larger vehicles such as like tanks, slowly pushing forward and starting to lay like covering fire back and forth and keeping the soldiers pinned. Now these have been conscripted, so bolstering these Russian tanks and of course units from the Belarus are Duridians as well. So you can see other rock-like beings that still shape up to be very similar to humans. They just have like rock-like skin, advancing with them with their own advanced tech.
Okay.
So where you were at,
Russian. So we have Russian tanks advancing on us, and rock people advancing on us.
Infantry.
Does our side have tanks also?
Yes, I mean there are still some vehicles here, but they've been kind of stopped cold in their tracks because they've got they're at a numerical disadvantage right now.
Okay.
Is Sagan there with the new Prussian army?
Presumably she is. You don't know where she's at currently.
Okay. So I don't see Sagan right yet.
No, not currently, because everybody is kind of hunkered down or fighting, using rubble as well as like downed trees, naturally formed hills and whatnot to try and repel the incoming the incoming approach.
Okay, I think I want to focus on one of the tanks at the moment. I want to use my electrical generation, and I just want to short circuit the entire thing.
Okay. So go ahead and roll your agility.
Okay. Oh, be nice to me. Be nice. Be nice. Be nice. red feet.
Oh, okay. And you have your short circuit is actually a separate power, correct? The
Yeah.
taser.
It's what I'm using is electrical generation, static electricity, lightning, direct current of a battery, alternating the current as an overload or startup.
Okay, so if you're generating electricity, then you're not controlling the electricity. You are projecting the electricity.
Yeah, I want everything to overload. I just want to just overload everything in the tank.
Okay, that's all I was trying to clarify there because you have a couple of different powers related to that.
Yeah.
All right, so your electricity is AM 50.
Yes.
Okay. Failure. Okay. So electricity comes arcing off of your body, and you see it like rip through part of the ground nearby. As you know, bits of dirt kind of briefly hover for a moment as it crosses the battleground. It ends up striking one of the Russian tanks that are inbound. You were aiming to overload, but unfortunately, Russian tanks aren't built all that well. They're good for conventional means, but they're on kind of the downside. And you end up striking this thing, and the magazine on the inside goes off as well. So, it blows up with arcing electricity kind of coming off of it, and secondary explosions as some rounds on the inside end up catching and blowing up as well.
Does it take out any of the rock people next to him?
No.
Okay.
No, you focused on the tank. It slowed their progress a little bit because, obviously they can't keep walking and advancing if a vehicle nearby is, blowing to Kingdom Come. But they're collectively they are still advancing.
Okay.
As now gunfire is coming your way, so you end up seeing heavy machine gun fire coming your way, as well as you hear the whistling of artillery.
Am I able to dodge?
You are. You can certainly attempt it, but you cannot evade.
Yeah, I want to jump. I want to jump back down into the trench.
Okay, go ahead. Jump back.
What am I
Want to
rolling?
kiss yourself? Ha!
What am I? Is it agility?
Yep.
Can you teleport to dodge? Is that a thing?
I mean, it's more of a power stunt, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to use my agility. I'm working on getting my teleportation more as a combative green feet.
Okay, that is enough. So you go low and kind of stay light-footed as you see 50 caliber rounds, peppering the ground around you, almost hitting some of your allies as they do. Like part of a tree kind of explodes from the rounds that it hits. An explosive round hits the ground where you had been, kicks up a bunch of dirt into the air, but fast as fast can be, they can't catch thee. So that is what's going on with you at this point. Hyperion, give me a reason check.
Okay, I'll be right back again.
No.
Does this reason check have to do with the computer, and
Yes.
therefore sweet? All right, get a column shift from that.
And then while you're rolling that, give me 1 second. I'm gonna get some ibuprofen and another drink.
So what side quest did Baron Damocles put you guys on?
I think we were supposed to take over the nation of Nistrinia.
Transnistria.
There we go. That
we,
one.
we were supposed to overthrow the government of
Liberate them.
Transnistria,
Yeah,
but
liberate them from the Russians,
Yeah.
Russian influence.
we couldn't
Oh, yeah,
because we were abducted.
Yeah, we got caught in our
Um,
objective and got thrown in the gulag.
well, that was your first mistake, is getting thrown in the gulag.
I know,
Yeah.
right? Classic blunder.
If I had a nickel every time I was out to get some milk and I tripped and fell into the gulag.
Mm.
What's a gulag? It's just like a wet log covered in goo, right?
Right.
You know?
So Baron Damocles is not our friend.
No, he was kind of, but he's not really anyone's friend.
Okay. He could be my friend.
No, you're with us. He's not your friend.
You just gotta, like, you know, suck up to his ego, you know, and
Yeah.
oh, you're so cool, Baron Damocles, and then he'll like you.
I mean, I'll definitely be like, assuming we all survive this. Like, I'm not gonna suck up to him, but I would be like, wow, that was impressive. Like, we could have used you earlier in the fight, Baron Damocles.
Right.
You've never heard of me, but I'm somebody. I'm somebody that you will want invited to the ice cream social.
Baron Damocles does not show up when he is wanted to show up. Baron Damocles shows up when he knows he needs to show up.
Baron Damocles does not go to the ice cream social. He hosts the ice cream social.
He is
Actually,
the ice cream
he did.
social.
He did, actually. They were in his castle, right? You guys were at his castle, and he treated you to dinner. It was really nice.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
Was there ice cream?
I mean, if you
I can't
asked for
remember.
it, you would have got. Yeah.
Wasn't it his minister that wanted like Lightbringer merch for his daughter or something?
No,
Was
that was in Moldovia.
Oh, well, yeah. Close enough.
So, green feet.
Okay. So now give me an endurance check.
Oh boy. Green feet.
Okay. So you are thrown to the ground, and you are writhing in pain in a way you never felt imaginable, as system alarms are going off in your head that you have foreign coding invading your base logic.
Oh boy.
You managed to like the alarm went off, and before you started uncontrollably writhing, you managed to forcibly disconnect yourself.
Yeah.
From the system, and so now your body at this point is attempting to find ways to, in essence, antivirus yourself to insulate and attempt to prevent that virus from going around. So, unfortunately, it worked seemingly, but it may have worked too well.
Okay.
So at this point, so your body is safe. Give me a psyche check.
Oh. Gross.
Oh no.
Do you have a reroll?
Do you have your Norden antivirus?
I do, but I got a yellow feet.
Okay.
Yes.
So you can hear, like, that your hearing right now is sort of faulty. Your optics, you can see in the display like it's having trouble keeping up. It freezes occasionally. Then you actually see like binary code run across the bottom. You are actively attempting to fight it, and it hasn't managed to progress. But you are currently helpless right now on the floor in this particular. It was the
Like the control room of a hangar bay.
control room for this particular hangar. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is what is going on with you currently. One might say that Hyperion touchdown.
Unbreaded.
Unbreaded. Touchdown. On paper, unbreaded. Right. So back to the war on the ground. So it is looking. I mean, it is looking nasty right now. With everything that's going on, you can hear that Baron Damocles is straining to keep him in place, and he's slowly starting to move. But the shadows of Black Mass are magically making their way, and the strikes from Mjolnir, colliding with his form, just bam, bam, are taking their toll because it's obviously mystical as well. As he attempts to try and break the hold, he snaps the ice. He's and you see that the rock begins to form around him as it's about to start launching in every which way. And then you end up seeing a black diamond form over him. And you hear the crackling emissions of capital ship gunfire raining out about 10 yards away from him. Right down onto him. And just tang, 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 tang. And at this point, he's attempting to... what it looks like he's attempting to do is perhaps damage the entire area or rip it apart, like in sort of an explosion to affect everybody all at once. So Xenofreeze, are you going to continue trying to minimize and keep working on your ice walls?
Yes, I'm because I can't really do a whole lot to him. It's very minimal.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to try to minimize damage because obviously, like the bullets that as they're ricocheting off of him are going to be, hitting the ice and taking chips out. So I'm continually building up and reinforcing, and
Sure.
just
go ahead and give me another roll.
Okay.
So Jerome, can you? So just for clarification, so he's summoning like his dropships to shoot on him, and it's bouncing off of him and hitting other people.
No, that was completely unintentional.
And I'm rolling my
Amazing
ability,
Grace has teleportation diamonds.
Oh,
so she has basically opened up a teleportation diamond near one of the ships that's firing on enemies, and she opened the diamond portal right over him, so his own ships are attacking him without him really realizing it.
Oh, okay.
And I'm rolling agility, correct?
No, just your power rank.
Oh, power rank. Okay, it's even better. For cold generation.
Yep.
Am. Oh, I'm getting tired. I'm not reinforcing as quickly as I wanted to. White.
Oh, ouch. Okay.
You know what? I needed 2 more points.
So yeah, you're probably getting winded at this point. You're doing everything that you can. keep the stray debris and whatnot from breaking through. It's working, but your ice is starting to crack. So at this point, you end up Pulsar. You hear President Albrecht yell your name, and he says, "Pulsar, here!" And you see eye beams emit from his eyes and strike him in a part of his body, and he yells to Damocles to focus there as well.
Okay. I'm assuming he means fire or
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna again, yeah, weaving with Black Mass, just kind of get in and yeah, I'm gonna try to called shot blast him.
Go ahead.
His focus is fire.
Fire. Yeah, are you threatening me?
He's like, yes, I am.
Okay. All right. I wish I had karma to spend.
I know, huh?
I got a green feed.
Okay, so that
Bingo.
is a strike. Baron Damocles rains down energy into the same spot. So you guys managed to basically combine your powers, their relative and power level, and it punches through. You see that it breaks up part of his his body at that point as he yells in pain. Red Arsenal.
Let's do it. Let's see that.
You have to
red
make your
result.
roll.
Shoot her.
Wow, yellow bullseye.
Not bad. Okay, no, nothing different, but yes, you still take some psychic damage. Pow!
Nice.
So that that ends up hitting, and so while you're doing that, Lightbringer. Oh, Lightbringer.
Present.
What art thou doing, oh Lightbringer?
Have I made it back to Dr. R?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use my big brain to assist her.
You realize your big brain is like 40 times better than hers?
Well, we gotta be polite.
Okay. So you activate your hypermind. Would you like to go ahead and roll to see if you can deconstruct Dervixium?
It's 3K, right?
Yeah, only.
That's all.
No, as opposed to CS, whatever. Like the code is.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
3K.
Yes.
Okay. Yellow.
Okay. So as all of the equations and thoughts and word bubbles and ampersand signs go floating around your head, Nike symbols and whatnot.
The Nike symbols.
Yeah.
The Vitruvian Man.
And the square root of
Yeah.
Nike. And the square root of Nike is
Puma, probably.
Yeah, there you go.
Takes a big brain to figure that out.
after you look at everything floating around you and the very nature of Dravixium, you believe you can
Smell colors.
can synthesize something that would break it down.
Is there a way that I can process this knowledge into something that can be used in battle, like a strategy, rather than having to build something?
Well, you're in luck. It would actually be a compound. How you use that is up to you. But said compound, when you look at it, in essence, you are developing the universe's most potent acid.
Is it something that I can relay to President Albrecht?
No.
Okay. So not something that I can throw
No, you would
Hail
actually
Mary
have to you would actually have to quickly develop it and physically bring it there.
Okay, well, I guess if that's the only avenue I see, then we'll go ahead and get that started.
Okay.
Now, can I I'm connected to Cynet, and Cynet is connected to Jurgen, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna try and reach him and say, just give him a sit rep of you know, Hyperion's on the ship with the virus. Chon is on the front lines, and I've come up with an idea, but we'll need to develop it.
Okay,
Basically.
so he says understood, but you're gonna have to make it fast.
Do my best.
You better stay
So-
alive. You've got a lot of Christmases to make up for, Grandpa.
Yeah. So I'll get started on that.
Okay.
You hear Pulsar in the back scream, "My skin!"
All right. Hyperion, give me another psyche check.
Ugh. I got to re-roll that. It's can't do that. Boom.
Oh
Yeah, red feet. Good re-roll.
All right. So as you are starting to recover, thankfully, whatever upgrades that your system had been given to you from Universe, something there is making it easier for you to process, in essence, the inoculation within your own systems. You are still prone; you can't move, but your brain is registering that it is now analyzing subroutines and programs, isolating them off as separate file types so they can no longer be accessed, and disallowing the propagation to continue.
Nice.
However, in order to do so, you actually are going to have to shut down your residual or your active memory. Much like a computer, it has to basically block that out so the programs can't reside in your active memory and then continue to replicate.
Okay. What would that do to Hyperion with regard to being able to do things? Would he literally have to reboot?
You literally have no idea. You've
Okay.
never actually encountered anything like this. Because Earth, there's nothing that you'd have to worry about.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, if that's the only solution that he can find, and he can't even move or do anything else, yeah, he's going to do it. He's got to commit to that.
Okay.
Do I need to roll anything for that?
Nope.
Or? Okay.
So shut down as your system is going to attempt to reboot to clear everything else out.
Okay.
So we're still Shelly's away. Those of you who are on the ground fighting off Terax. Whatever he's done has reached its apex. It explodes. There is ground that erupts everywhere. It's almost as if the ground forces managed to slingshot the gravimetric force that was keeping him in place, and so it's just there's like a moment where it kind of shudders like that, and then everything just gets projected up in the air. The building that Red Arsenal was on is just like gone. Thankfully, with the ice shields that had been, which are now gone, that were formed, it didn't go out. Everything kind of went up. So there's like this big circular area here where everything has erupted. Everybody who is in the that is in the vicinity, of course, so that's Red Arsenal, Pulsar, and Xenofreeze, have taken 150 points of damage.
Blah! Death.
If that has if that has taken all of your health out, you need to give me an endurance check.
Do I subtract my rating of endurance off of that?
No.
Let's see here.
No, I had healed back up to full, so I'm still up.
I would take the suit doesn't do anything, but the resistance would take 6 off of that.
Yes.
So
you're all
what kind of damage is that?
It is effectively all energy.
Does my energy? No, my energy sheath doesn't help with that. That's just like my ability to be in space, right?
Correct, because it had. Well, no, maybe. Let me take a look.
Okay. I like it's 150. That's a lot, but I could just tank it if it doesn't have to. I can just stay up.
There we go.
Wide feet.
Okay, noted.
Green.
Who needs a reroll?
Oh wait, that's right. I do have a reroll. Maybe I can use it. Dale gave me a reroll. X.
Yeah, you better use that.
Let's use the reroll.
Oh. Yeah, your sheath is your armor. That's like your power and everything. So your sheath would protect. Okay. What's your sheath though?
AM 50.
Okay. So 50 points of that gets taken away.
Because I have body resistance of an EX20, that deducts off of that total, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So that and my suit subtract 30. So I have collectively 150 points of damage, and I'm less than 0. So, but I did roll green.
The new roll for Red Arsenal is now yellow.
Okay. And so Pulsar, what happens is so it's going to take 50 points off of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then basically when it erupts, the entirety of your powers just drop.
Oh,
ouch.
So at that point you were flung and free falling and end up taking. So basically the damage wave shattered your power source for the time being and sent you sprawling to the ground. And when you collide with the ground, you take 20 points of damage.
There's a service outage in the Pulsar region.
Uh-oh.
all right.
Well,
So
the
I'm
refrigerator went out too.
So I'm effectively out of the fight then, because unless I can bring that thing back instantly.
Correct. So you're gonna have to try. Your stats outside of the suit. Or wait a minute. Yeah, you should have stats outside of the suit. Correct.
The only stats I have stats here, but I don't know. I don't know if these ones are suit specific or not.
Okay, no, yeah, that's right. You don't. So you're fine. So so you're still alive, I think. So actually no. So basically, what happened is it shattered your power source and dropped your energy sheath. So it absorbed 50 off of that. So then you took so instead of the falling 20, you took the 100 that remains. Are you still up after that?
Yeah, I was at the full 275.
Okay.
So yeah, so minus the 150. Well, you said 100 because the suit tanked it, but then I take 20 from falling.
No. Yes, skip that. Yeah, we're not doing that. So
Oh,
your suit, you had the energy sheet of 50. It absorbed 50 points of the 150. 100 carried over onto your body.
okay.
So
yes.
take 100 points of damage.
Yeah, so I'm at 175, so I'm still up.
Yeah, so you're still up. And you're just kind of laying there in a tattered jumpsuit or whatever you were wearing, underneath it, sort of thing. Red Arsenal is down but not dying. Xenofreeze, how much health do you have left?
-5.
Okay, so none. What'd you get for your endurance?
Green.
Green. Okay, so you are down but also not dying, so you are unconscious.
I am a puddle.
What's that?
I am
He's
a
a
puddle.
Yes. So at this point, with that explosion going off, like all the buildings, like everything is just this dirt display, like there's smoke and whatnot around. So Pulsar, you're the only one that's up to see this at this point. So Communique is down, Red Arsenal's down, Xenofreeze is down, Black Mass is struggling to get back up. And he's prone, so if he gets attacked, he's going to take everything. Thor at this point is on the ground, unconscious, and President Albrecht is picking himself up like by his knee, just like trying to force himself back up.
Okay. Do I have is this just what I'm seeing, or can I do stuff?
You can still attempt to do stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of get back to my feet, and I'm gonna shout out to Compass. I'm gonna try to activate Compass as try to get everything back going, and I'm gonna start walking my way back towards the battlefield.
Okay, go ahead and roll for your energy sheath.
Okay, so I'm just rolling.
Roll the power rank.
Okay. Green feet.
Okay, not enough. So you just hear garbled signals in your head.
But I'm gonna still continue to make my way, probably slow, but do I get my right? My regeneration probably is tied to the suit thing, so I don't get it, right?
Correct.
Okay, and I can't shoot any fire or anything.
Basically, you have your physical skills at this point.
Okay, so I talk to plants, and I
Nunchuck skills.
Yeah, my bow staff skills.
Bow staff skills.
I reach for the tater tots in my pocket, but they've been crushed. But yeah, I'm just gonna continue to lurch towards the battlefield.
Not the potatoes.
Yeah, you know what? I think I have a reroll. Hold on, somebody give me a reroll.
Some of us are weak against potatoes.
Yeah, I have a reroll. Is it okay if I use it?
We're actually past that point.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
So
I'll just die.
But you still have your physical skills, is what I'm saying.
Like fighting, agility, strength.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's weird. Okay, so yeah, I have like no all of my powers are like related to can I grab like a piece of like debris and huck it at Tyrax?
You absolutely can.
Okay. I'll do that then.
Okay, go ahead and roll. So it's what's your strength?
UN 100.
So go ahead and roll your agility.
should I roll fighting to see how many of these I get or no?
Yes.
Okay. Yellow feet.
Nice. And your fighting is what?
My fighting is MN75.
You get all 3.
Okay. Let's see. Well, you know what? If I got the strength, and you said Tyrex looks, he looks hurt, right?
He's starting to look haggard. Yeah, he's
Mhm.
fended off, quite a few heroes of Earth at this point, and they're still not giving up.
Okay. In that case, and do I get my regeneration at the start of the turn, or is that tied to
Yes.
the suit?
Mhm.
I do. Okay, so I heal 75. Okay. Yeah. In that case, I am. Yeah. I'm gonna run at him. And I'm gonna try to punch him in that. Is there like a empty like crater of Dravixium for where we bashed him?
Not of Dravixium, no, but yeah, there's. I mean, are you attempting to attack the wound that you guys made?
Mhm.
Is that what you're saying? Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. Then in that case, I'm gonna get on my feet and I'm gonna rush at him and I'm just gonna go and try to like just strike him right in that spot.
Go ahead.
Okay. That's a roll. Fighting. Is that what I'm rolling?
Yes.
Okay. Yellow feet 78.
Oh.
Does it hurt right there?
Oh, no such luck. So you go wham, like right on it, right onto his shoulder with a thundering crack as you connect. And he kind of buckles backward as you do.
Okay.
You
Yeah, I'm gonna.
you have one more attack.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna.
You've basically thrown a gigantic rock at him and then run up and punched him in the wounded spot.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, and then I'll. Yeah. No, I'm gonna. Yeah. Again, I'm just gonna go and just again for another punch.
Okay, roll
Yeah.
again.
Just brawling. Red feet.
Oh,
Nice.
okay.
I called it.
So we need to make an endurance check. Yeah, he makes it.
Did you need that reroll, Jerome?
So he
Don't you dare.
It's cool.
so you end up you crack him again in that point, and he's not completely out of it, but you made him a little loopy after that connection.
Mhm.
And again, another thunderous clap as your fist strikes his body. At this point, you actually have taken 20 points of damage
Okay.
to your fist because you're striking basically pure Dravixium.
Okay. But yeah, that's certainly better than the 100 I took when I punched him in the jaw.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I have to do my quick math really quick. So let's. Okay, so is it okay? So, all right, but yeah, but I'll be the front line while everyone else is recovering.
Okay.
If he has to focus on me, at least that'll give my teammates a chance to get to their feet or Black Mass to cast another spell. But yeah, I'm kind of doing the Captain America, just bring the fists up. I could do this all day.
It's awesome.
Okay. So 1 second.
By the way, Jerome, if you didn't know, Shelly had to bow out from the game. She
Yeah, I saw that.
is sick. Yeah. Okay.
That's it. There we go. Put that in. Okay. Nope. All right. So back to Lightbringer.
Jerome, I would have figured out some way to contain this compound, right?
You're going to have to develop basically something that can count like a plastic or something that can contain it.
Plastic that can contain the acid that can
Or like glass. I'm just saying, just
dissolve
something in
Travixium.
general. Yeah.
Okay.
No, it can work.
Glass is pretty much impervious to, as long as it's good quality glass, is pretty
Yeah.
much impervious to
Okay.
all acids.
Well, I'll make that part of my calculations.
There you go.
Okay, roll again. You're currently
am I
one
down
rank
one?
down from
Okay.
class 3000.
So that would be 1,000.
Yeah, class
Yep.
1000. Oh darn.
Pocket change.
All right.
Red feet.
Wow. Okay, so yes, you have developed, or you now also have the formula along those lines for a type of glass that can be forged that is in essence resistance to this particular strain of acid, I guess you could say.
So you now have a universal solvent and transparent aluminum to carry it in. It's from Star Trek.
Oh. Is this something that I can do on my own / with Dr. R, or would I need to get the
No,
science team to help me out?
you can work with her and get this going.
Okay.
Yeah, she's over there like with a wooden spoon and a pot, like dink, dink, dink in comparison, though. I play drums.
Okay, but I wouldn't need to like conscript the rest of the science team.
No.
Okay. All right. Well,
Your
We'll
collective
keep going with
IQ is
that.
like 3 times their collective IQ.
okay. Do I need to roll some more?
No. At this point, you just need to spend time to create it.
Okay.
So give me a reason check as you put everything together.
Regular or super brain?
It would be regular.
Okay.
Extra crispy.
If you're attempting, you can use your super brain. You're down one more column shift at this point.
Oh.
Um,
I rolled a green feet on regular.
Okay, yeah. So you're fine then.
Okay.
You let go of your hyper mind at that point and work with Dr. Rostenkowski to not only come up with the. She's basically working on the glass that you have come up with while you were working on the compound, the acidic compound.
Okay.
So, and you got a green result?
Yeah.
Okay. So you will be able to create
Should I roll again with the super brain?
No. You are able to come up when you are finished, obviously because you're in a rush. 0.4 grams of the acid.
Okay.
Which, if you, in essence, that's enough to create one 9mm like round.
Can I embed a glass bullet?
Well, the problem, well, Actually, the glass would not hold up to Dravixium, so yes.
Put it into an arrowhead. None of us have
Can
any
I-
guns.
Can I make a glass arrowhead?
Yes.
I was actually just thinking that before you said it.
I mean, yes. Ultimately, the 0.4 grams is mostly useless. In that, what you would do is have the arrowhead, and then it would be right at the tip in the very middle. But yeah,
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do that.
I'm just saying size wise, because
Yeah, because it's a very minute amount.
correct.
Size
Right.
matters.
Which basically gives you effectively 1 kill shot.
I think we found Red Arsenal's new name.
0.5 grams.
Okay. It was
Come
0.4.
on, half gram, let's go.
Half gram. Did he say
He's
half
like,
grand? No,
It's
half
way more.
gram.
It's way more intimidating than you think it is.
Yeah, it's
Call him
like,
four,
I saved the world with half a gram. Shut up.
can I call you 4/10?
We'll call them fractions.
King
Okay.
Kong ain't got toe jam on me.
Ew. King Kong's toe jam.
Can I affix it to an arrow, or would I know
was
that Red Arsenal
assumed
can
that-
make that?
It was assumed that if you were making the arrowhead, it would attach
the
to an
arrow
arrow
thing-
shaft.
Okay. Just being clear. Okay. In that case, once that's done, I'm gonna contact Synet and say, "Beam me to New York." I think I've got it.
Affirmative. Transporting in 3, 2, 1. And then so you get dropped into, as you have heard, an utter war zone. Pulsar is there without any of his powers, perceivably, because you're used to big armored plasma spewing sort of thing, and he's attempting to stand up to Tyrax and go toe to toe. President Albrecht is still there, looking very haggard. Everybody else is down at this point.
Is Red Arsenal also down?
You don't see him. You would have to assume he's down somewhere here in the rubble.
Okay.
Rubble.
I'm going to try and reach him telepathically.
Okay, yeah. Tell you right now, you don't reach him.
Dang it. Okay.
You have reached a number that is no longer in service.
Okay. I'm gonna reach
Voicemail's
to. I'm gonna reach out to Jurgen telepathically and say, "I have a projectile. Where's Red Arsenal?"
So you can hear him straining as he's, punching or trying to hold. He's trying to hold, Tyrax, in place while Pulsar is, trying to wail on him with his own punches. He says, "I think he went down with the building just on the other side of us. You're gonna have to check the rubble. He was on top."
I'm gonna fly over and look for him.
Okay. So while you are now, go ahead and roll intuition check. So at this point, he's actually dazed temporarily at this particular round, so he can't necessarily do anything. So Pulsar, let her rip.
Green.
Roll your fighting.
All right, come on, dice gods, don't fail me now. Green feet.
Okay. You get two attacks.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to two heavy strikes into that spot. I don't know. He's still Dravixium. I was like, oh, maybe I'll try some arm locks or just punch him. I'm
Okay.
just trying to. Yeah.
Roll your fighting. Pile on those punches.
Okay. Okay, first one's a green feet.
Okay. That is a hit.
Okay,
So that's 100 points of damage from you. Another 20 points off.
okay. Oh, and I heal 75 at the start of this. Wait, hold on. Where's my? Okay, so it's a. Okay. Okay. Sorry. I'm taking notes, but I've also got my thing down here. All right, so next punch. Red feet, 100.
Oh. Okay, so you hit him hard this time. Bam! As you hear a loud, thunderous crack of impact as you connect with him, and at this point he buckles down to one knee.
Wow.
Yeah. Can I hit him again, or is that the end of my turn?
No, it's the end of your turn.
Okay.
Lightbringer,
sorry.
you do manage to find Red Arsenal laying on top of the rubble,
Can I do a first aid?
and he's in that
On
like
him?
Brokeback paperclip sort of like mangled
Oh, no.
kind of look like.
Can I do a first aid?
I'm you could looking at him, you can tell he's out. He's probably healing, but he's completely out. It doesn't look like he's dying. You can roll your reason, because you don't have like any smelling salts or anything with you, to try and figure out a way to bring him around.
Just poke him in the eye with the arrow.
I don't think that's a good idea.
One-eyed
does
kill
my-
shot.
Does my emergency medicine come into play?
Yeah,
Okay, so what's after AM 50?
MN 75.
Mm. 100, two 100s in a row.
Wow.
I got 100.
Two
So-
100s in a row.
I think that means we win.
Resurrection.
Yeah. Like he's at full health now.
So
With smelling salts, he's like-
her assessment is she can just slap him across the cheeks. and
no,
then
you're
he'll-
gonna. So your assessment is his body is probably in like a deep hibernation at this point, trying to heal from everything that's happening. You're gonna have to shock him to get him out. So hey, this is crazy, but here's this power line. So shock me, maybe.
Is there a downed power line somewhere?
Oh yeah, they're all over the place.
Oh, okay. I don't want to touch that. Maybe I will bring him over to the power line.
Just grab the wire. As long
You're
as
just
you don't
gonna
touch the
throw him
cop-
on the
as long-
thing?
as long as you
I'm
don't-
just
as long
gonna
as you
grab a
don't touch
live
the
wire
copper.
while
If you're-
Yeah, as
holding.
long as you don't touch the
If-
copper.
If you're flying and grab it, you're not grounding yourself, so that should allow you to avoid making a circuit.
That's how linemen
Okay.
can actually grab a live wire right on the copper and
It's
not.
by flying.
Are
Well,
the
it's
suits
because they're insulated, they're isolated, they're not a grounding path.
Right.
are the,
Okay.
are the suits not
That's how
insulated?
birds land on wires.
Entirely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm an electrician
I'll
and
be
I approve
flying.
this
So
method.
yeah, that sounds sciencey. Something that Lightbringer would probably be familiar with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I will go grab a live wire and shock my brother.
Okay.
This one.
Ah!
So for the second time in this fight, you have been brought back around, and it is increasingly less fun. And so this time, when you get hit with a live wire, you come back around. It's like, it's almost like, was it Marv accidentally getting caught
From Home Alone.
from Home Alone.
Yeah.
We
You'll
could see
get-
a skeleton briefly.
You'll get getting lit up with that energy. You're at 20 health when you finally come up. You've been regenerating some.
Mhm.
That obviously did some damage, and now you've got this absolutely splitting headache.
Yeah.
But you are back around, and Lightbringer's here.
What are you doing here?
Take
I'm
this
gonna
arrow.
hold the arrow and say, "Can you hit with this? You have one shot."
He's gonna take the arrow.
She's gonna like hold on to it like.
Oh, give me a minute. Give me a minute. Give me a minute.
It's like the worst hangover
Yeah,
ever.
this is horrible. Okay, all right. And does he see? Like he gets to his feet. Does he see Tyrax?
Oh yeah.
Okay. He's gonna, pull on it. Like, okay, you can give it to me now.
Okay, I'll let go.
And I guess pull back and fire
Pray to God.
and pray.
Brand
I would
God.
like to spend
All that
100
zero
karma. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You have a reroll, right?
I do.
Okay.
Brittany gave it to me. Thank you, Brittany. Let's go. /roll MN. Wow, bullseye.
Yellow feet.
Yeah.
Oof. Oh.
And then after that, he just like collapses back down, like, oh.
Pulsar, roll your fighting.
Oh no.
Okay.
I'm scared.
Green feet.
Okay. So you have obviously 2 actions. You end up seeing. I didn't plug it in. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can take that off. You end up seeing an arrow, what appears to be just a standard arrow, strike him in the back of the head, and actually in bed.
Oh.
Which you have like a short second to register in your head of like, that's odd. Because it looked, for the brief second you saw it fly up, it looked like just a regular arrow, and that should have just like shattered. So thunk at that point, and you and right, because he's still he's still not really moving at this point. You see President Albrecht lining up for like the punch of punches.
Okay. Yeah. No, we're gonna do that thing where both heroes like punch at the same time. That synchronized punch.
So
All of a sudden, the
Yes.
music starts playing.
roll
You're
it.
the best.
Nothing's gonna ever bring you down. You're the best.
It's the eye of the pulsar.
And they did bring that song up in the final season, so of Cobra Kai. They
Did they?
that
I've
needed
gotta
to be
watch
in
it.
there
Yeah. Okay, all right, so I'm rolling fighting for the
to
first
strike.
punch.
Yes.
Yeah. Yellow feet.
Okay. So you both you line up like it's just, then you both, it's like strike as hard as you can, and as you connect, his body goes flying for what seems to be like it's going through buildings as you both impact with this. There's an explosion of shrapnel that hits, that winds up hitting, like you got, so both of you end up taking 40 points of damage from that. The downside is the shrapnel cuts, that basically peppers you, punches out the backside, so you're bleeding and you're not healing it. So you're up, but it was basically like somebody caught you with a buckshot blast from a shotgun at point blank range. But his body minus his head is flying through New York proper, just blam 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 blam. Eventually settles like 17 buildings down, almost into the river from where you guys were fighting at this point.
Oops.
What
I
did
say,
you
gosh
do,
dang.
Pulsar? Oh no, we're gonna lose karma again.
I'm sure saving the world from an alien invasion, that's got to give us like 5 karma.
Yeah.
But look at
Yeah.
all this property damage.
I mean, technically, I didn't do that though. So
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that was totally
Yeah.
Tyrax.
It's not that
Also-
you did it; it's that it happened on your watch. So
I mean, in fairness,
Is he even wearing a watch?
yeah, this is Independence Day, and I don't see Baron Damocles, and so yeah, I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna kind of.
He's like, "What's up, Baron? I'm the one that punched his head off."
Yeah, and I was gonna say that was for my parents, and just kind of just kneel, like kind of not like get down, just kind of like hands on thighs, just kind of like start like, like trying to breathe, maybe try call Compass and get some mail order healing.
Yeah, so I
In
mean,
6 to 8
so at
weeks,
this
you
point,
should
because
receive your healing.
you're bleeding, I mean, you would fall down to like one knee at this point because of what's happening. But there's a moment where he's looking around, the president at this point, and a newly recovered Lady Superbia comes flying down. She, of course, looks beat to hell and back, and everybody's taking a moment to kind of soak in what has happened as the reports start coming in of the vessels breaking off their attack and fleeing fleeing from this sector.
I'd love to think that from their like space things they're just watching is just 2 regular dudes in just regular clothes just punch the head of their tyrant off of it. Because yeah, I'm just a guy in a flight suit, and the president, I'm assuming, does he have a super suit on?
What's left of it, yeah.
Oh, okay. I assumed he was just out there like in like a suit.
In a suit, in like
Yeah.
a 3-piece suit,
Yeah, he's a
and
president.
wingtips.
Yeah,
But he's a super president.
Well, they can't see it because the communication.
He's wearing a 3-piece suit with
oh,
a
that's
cape.
right. Yeah,
For those of you,
Oh.
who, I mean, I don't know if everybody's seen it. I know most of you guys have, but you may not have. George, let me get his picture for you real fast.
He looks like M. Bison. That's what he's dressed like.
oh yeah, a dictator. Yeah, actually,
He's
yeah.
got this suit on with a cape.
Red Arsenal will call to Universe.
There is no reply.
Oh yeah, am I still? Is the crown still activated?
Correct.
I'm gonna reach out and say, Hyperion, respond please.
Nothing. Pulsar is still bleeding out. At this point, you hear in your head, Lightbringer, from President Albrecht. He says, "You need to get medical attention for Pulsar."
Can I look at him, or should I just pull him away to a hospital or something?
I mean, you could look at him. It's obvious what's happened.
I mean,
He's got holes in his body.
Would
Can I try to call Compass again? Am I still up?
You're still up. You haven't passed out yet. But yeah, you're not getting anything currently.
based on my new familiarity with Trivixium,
Mm-hmm.
would that change my first aid skills?
How do you mean?
Are you
Like,
ready?
if it's the Dravixium that is causing him to not heal, would I be able to figure out how to fix that?
Yeah, certainly, yeah. But
Um,
emergency medical would be best here.
Okay, well, okay. That will be a monstrous.
It's a monster. Oh my
And I'm
gosh.
gonna re-roll that. So my brother won't die.
Yeah,
Don't
take
you
that.
die, dude.
Take that, Electrum. You shocked me, and I beat up the dude that you couldn't beat up.
90,
Oh,
Okay.
which is red. That's a little better.
Yes,
Ooh,
basically
a little bit.
what happened is Dravixium exploded and peppered his body.
Okay, well, but would I know how to fix that?
You're gonna have to remove it.
Oh, okay.
In essence, there are shards that are likely inside him that are preventing him from healing.
Some went through, some stayed.
Can I? Okay, so I'm gonna say, psych out. Can I get a port for 2 to your med bay?
Affirmative. Incoming. And then
And I will take him away.
and so
And then when we get there, I'll explain
We won, right?
what I think is happening.
and so eventually, what has happened, since obviously there's no fighting, cleanup crews are coming in to try and help. Shone comes back and teleports Xenofreeze and Red Arsenal back to New Prussia. Obviously, there is some alarm as to why no one has heard anything from Hyperion as of yet.
He's commuting across the galaxy right now.
But Pulsar is in a medical bay right now. And with the help of their medical team, you are in the process of trying to remove the shards of Dravixium that peppered Pulsar's body. So you're trying to get those out so his healing factor can continue to heal him.
Can we ask the New Prussian forces to try and get a beat on Hyperion's location and pull him out?
They've tried. They can't actually find his signal.
Can I ask them to send me on board the ship and I'll try and find him myself?
The ship currently has from what they've indicated, there is some sort of a power source that is activated that is preventing any sort of transmission that we can accomplish. It's blocking our ability to teleport in. It's also blocking our ability from the moon base to passively scan.
Can I contact Collapsing Star and ask him to try and find him on board the ship? I'm going to do that.
Yeah, so I mean, so you get him, on the communication, and he's like, he says, we're hearing that Tyrax wasn't defeated; he was actually killed. Is that right?
Seems that way. Can you find out what's happening on the ship? I haven't had any message from Hyperion. He was supposed to wait for the virus to work.
The ship is still here. The rest of the fleet ran. I'm not too sure what's going on.
Can you get on board and look around?
I could probably bully my way on board if there's some sort of active defensive net or something.
And I'll try and to explain the layout and the location of where we left him.
Okay, give me a reason check as you're explaining that. You have no talents that would add to that. Just letting you know.
See, guys, we lost the universe, but we got a cool new capital ship.
I'm going to re-roll that.
Again.
Oh,
Green.
Okay. So you give, based on your limited knowledge of the ship, you give a reasonable expectation of like what side and where you
It was like a hangar bay and
yeah
like office.
where exactly on the side, even though it's really big. So he says, all right, let me go see if I can find something out.
Thank you.
In the meantime, you guys are waiting for some semblance, something to come back to at this point. So obviously, those of you who are injured are healing. The people are trying to rebuild right now and push back any remaining forces that didn't retreat. Around the world. Then Pulsar comes back on the line, and he says, and you can hear him on the communication, and it's really loud. He says, "This ship is
You
in the
mean-
middle of a self-destruct sequence.
Collapsing star.
I'm desperately trying to find this guy." You said he was in a hangar?
Yeah.
You need a reroll, right, Britt?
I'm still good. I have one left.
Okay.
I had two. Now I have one.
Okay.
Would Sean, because Sean was there, would she have a better idea of how to get exactly back there, or no?
Shown
Oh,
doesn't have the
that's true.
capability of getting in.
Oh,
and you teleport.
Brittany was given a reroll by Shelley.
okay. Thanks, Shelly.
But he's like, I mean, he ends up saying like, I'm looking, and I'm seeing a lot of exploding things. This whole thing is breaking apart.
Please just do what you can. Can I use my big brain again to figure out any other solution to finding him? Are we in communication with Universe? Would Universe be able to pinpoint anything?
Possibly, but you guys set him up for the fall. So
Oh, that's true.
We set him up for the fall. What do you mean?
Universe is no more.
We had the jamming signal set from Universe, so that way they would go after that instead of attacking Earth.
The moon base.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was the risk. But yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna use my big brain -3. So that would be Ship Z.
Yep.
That is just abysmal.
I know, right?
Shit, Z what? What are you shifting?
Mm.
Red feet.
Wow.
I rolled a 27 and I got a red.
So you would have to actually be like really, really close by. But if he has a way of scanning for the type of power signature that Hyperion had, that would stand out. In essence, you're looking for his core.
Does Collapsing Star Collapsing Star have to do that, or would I have to do?
No,
Okay.
Collapsing Star would have to do that. You'd have to explain it to him.
So I'll go ahead and tell him to try that.
Okay, I will give it a shot. Let me get a multi-band frequency scan going on here for that power source. Let me see if I can find it. And you can hear more explosions and stuff collapsing all around him.
Well, he's used to that. It just tickles a little.
Yeah, of course, right.
Hee It's like poking the Pillsbury Doughboy. Hee
I'm going to be pacing.
Yeah, no problem. So you
Curse my inability to breathe in space.
all right. So
Can I give Collapsing Star a reroll?
no, you cannot, because you guys would let me get rerolls.
Shoot.
So he said. So you end up hearing something that tries to come through that sounds like he found something, but because of the distortion now of the vessel completely breaking up and just falling to pieces and imploding on itself, you don't hear anything past that.
And we can like see it breaking up in orbit.
Yeah, it's big enough.
Yeah, Lightbringer's probably going to be crying.
Did we
Hey,
ever back up Hyperion? Do we have like him on a floppy disk or something back at the base?
Actually, you did.
I think we
Dang.
did.
He was on
Hey,
We
Universe.
did.
Oh, no!
I thought we had like a copy at our base too on Earth.
I thought
No.
so too, but no.
The only copy was
Dang it.
actually on Universe because Universe reconstructed him. So there is you end up hearing a loud boom over New Prussia as something is breaking the sound barrier multiple times. And then eventually you end up seeing Collapsing Star coming back down out from the sky and landing basically in like a nearby park, because he's never really been here before. The military is up in arms and sounding out the alarms. That's how you guys know that he's there. Those of you who are actually able to get up and about, which right now is Lightbringer, Shone ended up taking a pretty good beating. So she could technically be there, but since she's not here in game, we'll say she's in the process of getting patched up. She's not like knocked out or anything, but she got hosed, unfortunately, on the her front. When you fly over there, Lightbringer, he looks around, and and he's got something in his arms, but whatever this something is doesn't look a thing. It almost looks like it's at first it almost looks like it's parts from the ship, like somebody pulled out like a nesting of wiring and machine parts and whatnot, and just like grabbed what they had and made out, until you make out something vaguely human looking. Posted
Kind
in
of
the
something like that.
posted in the superheroes chat, and so you end up seeing something to that effect, where it's almost like at one point you can kind of see where his body was, but like his body somehow morphed to an extent and started fusing itself to the ship. And of course you can't see part of like the human side of Hyperion, like he was still there, but it's clear he's not active.
Can I do motion or an empathy check is not going to return anything if he's not awake.
We happen to have connections on his quote unquote mother.
I that is true. She probably would be happy to have a new project.
Yeah, rebuild your son.
Grief does weird things.
Emergency medicine is probably not going to help here.
Correct.
Can I just do a reason check?
What are you looking for specifically?
Just some kind of assessment.
Yeah, you could use reason. You're naturally smart, and then before you ever power up your hyper mind.
Green.
Okay. So whatever happened up there, it's as if his body was attempting to physically fuse itself with the metal and circuitry of the ship.
Can I tell if bringing it inside the facility to Dr. Rosinkowski would be hazardous?
That is a smart question. At first glance, you have no idea. You've never encountered this before. You've still got levels of your big brain to spend if you want to give that a shot.
Why not? Shift Y is what we're down to.
Wow, we're really slumming it now, man. Oh,
Green feet.
Okay. The problem is with this is it likely was activated by his own mind. So if he was reactivated and whatever that problem was, like say if he was doing it against his will, and that problem and that whatever was causing him to do this is still active, yes, bringing him inside any sort of facility is extremely dangerous.
Would I know if New Prussia has any kind of like a secure space where we could house him that's not like connected to anything or
but it would just basically be a bomb shelter. That's just like cement.
But like no lab equipment or anything.
Correct. Right. The problem with that again is lab equipment is computers and metal and whatnot, and if it's still active, that he could immediately consume that.
Okay. Well, it's a place to put him for now until we can figure out what to do with him. So I'll ask.
Would I be conscious yet? Considering because it was energy, my body resistance does heal at a times 10 rate. Would I, and my endurance being MN75, would I be at least conscious and be able to move around?
Not in this particular moment, no.
Oh. Because I have a super duper idea. Maybe.
Okay, well, I'm gonna ask New Prussia for a secure room to hold him in, and then I'm probably gonna go talk to Dr. Rosinkowski.
Okay.
But I'll give Collapsing Star a hug.
Oh, so he's like,
and thank
okay.
him for doing that.
This is him, right? It came back registering the same power signature, but he doesn't really look like your brother. You're all family, right? That's if I remember.
This kind of thing is out of my wheelhouse, but I mean it's part of him, but I can't tell what must have happened on that ship. I I have no idea. But maybe person who helped create him can help us figure that out.
Okay.
Are you okay?
I'm all right. Yeah, I mean it was pretty hairy up there until the Tavaxians showed up.
Okay.
What about your group?
We're all alive. Seem to be recuperating. You know what? Let me get this taken care of, and then we can see about sweeping up whatever's left.
Okay. Well, just give me a call if you need help.
Thank you. Okay, so I'll yeah, confer with New Prussian authorities to get him somewhere safe.
Sure. By this point, everybody, obviously other than Hyperion, is active. You're finally up and about to some extent.
So, do we know the condition of Hyperion then?
Assuming that Lightbringer has shared it with everybody.
Yeah, I would get everybody together and kind of talk about what just happened. So I'd tell him about the arrow, and then I'd tell him about what we did on the ship and what's left of Hyperion.
I wonder. I think it would be dangerous for me in my entirety to go in there, but I could give you a piece of myself. And with my nanotechnology, I wonder if that would be able to incorporate with him. I can give you a piece of myself. And all you would really need to do is put it somewhere that is accessible to his electronics. And from what you have stated, it seems like that would be multiple places.
Would the nanites' directive be to restore him?
They do not have any.
Exactly.
It's to their natural state. So with my nanotech, would I be able to know, like, I mean, they're meant for healing and armament to some degree, at least the healing. But with his electronics, but how do I have any idea of how that would work?
No, because yours were designed specifically for you to incorporate. So your best guess, even if you made a reason roll, would be that would be what ultimately your particular nanobites would attempt to do, incorporate. Which looks like he's had a whole serving of incorporation and is trying to get more of it.
Does he do we have? Does he have like a jumpstart button or something? It's because if he's unconscious, maybe we just need to wake him up.
I don't think that'd be a good idea.
Push Control Alt and Delete.
Because if you wake him up, he could just start. Well,
if we restart him in safe mode.
Yeah.
Well, because if he's knocked out and we've never seen him like this, he's usually so composed. So if this is something that he was doing after he got knocked out, maybe turning him back on is the way to get him up and moving. He doesn't seem to be, attacking people. So what would the harm be of turning him on?
Well,
shut up, David.
He does have super
like
strength.
That sound.
Yeah, no, yeah. So, is this part of the virus that you guys uploaded?
President Ulbricht anywhere around?
Not currently, no.
He's still on Cynet, right?
No.
Are we? Oh, so I'm assuming we're like kind of around the area of like the labs and stuff like that.
Should we
Any
bring Dr.
Rand?
R
Is
in
there
here
is there
with us?
any other person around here? Because I know they have tech. They have very, very advanced tech
For Earth.
Which my nanotech is from Earth. Is there anyone here that specializes in nanotechnology or computer programming? Hopefully something that incorporates both.
Possibly.
Then I can donate a piece of myself, and if my nanites that I donate can be reprogrammed to incorporate with Hyperion to diagnose and or we have the possibility of even limiting his potential, but just to bring him around. And then we can reprogram them at that point to that way with the influence of the alien tech, it wouldn't, or hopefully wouldn't be catastrophic to him or the surroundings.
Suppose that couldn't hurt.
Should we also ask Dr. Rostenkowski? Isn't she also the one who like helped to make him originally?
Yeah, I'd like to get her feedback on this.
Wasn't she there with us? Yeah.
Would we know? Do you guys know of any like empowered individuals that can talk to tech or interface with tech?
Ooh.
Not specifically, but I worry that he's sufficiently advanced that we'd be sharing too much, or maybe
Has anybody tried to, has anybody tried to put like a computer or anything near him? What happens when he's near tech?
I don't know.
He doesn't. Does he attack people when they're nearby?
He hasn't done anything at this point. He is out.
Would it be worth it to examine him first before we start trying to figure out what next to do? Because I don't know. What if he does have a easy like restart
Reset.
button? Does anyone have a paper clip?
Let's talk to Dr. R.
Takes one of those special keys like the paper towel holders in the bathroom.
So you track down Dr. Rostenkowski. She has been, because she's been running ragged with everything that's been going on. She is actually just resting in a lounge at this point because no one's given her a place of her own or some place to rest. So she's sprawled out on one of the couches in the lounge.
Yo, Sonny boy needs you.
Dr. R, do you have enough brain juice to help us with an important project?
So she kind of leans up and she looks at you. She's got bags in her eyes. She says, "Probably not, but what do you need help with?"
It's Hyperion. Something's wrong with him. We'd like you to maybe take a look, give us some ideas where to start.
Okay, sure. Just show me the way. And she instinctively walks over and grabs a coffee to try and wake herself up a little bit.
Jerome, can I fly, or do I need the suit to do that?
You need your energy sheath for that.
Is it back?
Have you tried to get it back?
I would like to.
Would you like to roll?
Yes, please.
Then go ahead.
Thanks, Dad.
You're welcome.
Yellow feet.
Okay. It does not come back.
Oh, well,
Oh no.
do I hear any sort of like communication from Compass, or is it just it's just silent?
No, just you end up hearing like something garbled anytime you try to reach out and make that call.
Oh yeah, that happens a
Did you
lot with my
try?
characters.
Did you try turning it off and on again?
He technically got turned off in the fight. I'm trying to turn him back on, but at least I can still punch. But yeah, I'm not gonna be of any help to you guys until that thing comes back. Unless you need anybody to help your tomatoes grow. You're talking to them can help with that.
Okay. Well,
Hello?
I'll
Hello?
lead everybody back to the location.
So Red Arsenal has a cybernetic arm, so he's going to stay back a ways.
Okay.
Okay, so while we're walking there, I will tell Dr. R that we went aboard the Deridian ship and placed a virus that Hyperion had developed based on tech, and that he was waiting to see what had happened, or like waiting to see, to confirm that it was working, and that's where we left him. And then this is what we found.
I'm sorry, who you say that to again?
Dr. Rostenkowski.
Yeah. So when you take her to him, she is just blown away at this point, and she takes a look and she says, "This is way beyond me. I don't even recognize half of the things that I'm seeing in front of me. This doesn't look like the mark we constructed."
I know. But it's kind of out of my wheelhouse too.
So what exactly is the concern? Like, why is he deactivated? Is he destroyed?
I don't know. Um, do you know any way of like looking at his code, or figuring out a safe mode or an on-off switch or something? Do you have any idea of what may
Well,
have caused him to?
I can pull a computer and attempt to look.
How safe do you think that would be?
What do you know that you're not telling me?
It looks to me like he's tried to assimilate some part of the ship that we were on.
Wow. Then it sounds like none of the choices that we have are going to be safe. We don't have any assurances. The only way to know is to try.
Is there anywhere or anything that we can use to prevent him from potentially assimilating something that he shouldn't? Something that is going to compromise security.
Well, if he was attempting to assimilate with the ship, then keeping him outside of anything that like metal facility or power conduits or anything of that nature. I would imagine a simple laptop or something that was, programmed to analyze him would, even if we chose poorly and he assimilated, I don't know if that would really have any adverse effect outside of maybe a small increase in processing power. But even I would even that I would find hard to imagine. He was already
What
much
of
more advanced.
what of my nanotechnology?
What of it?
Do you think that exposing him to that would?
I don't know anything about your nanotechs. So what is it?
They are nanotech. They are nanites that I have, and I kind of like manipulate my body to where you
Okay.
can kind of see it a little bit more visibly. Since I've been trying to hide them most of the time, but now it's like I've made them blatant.
Okay.
And
But
I have them incorporated in my body, and they are just little robots.
But you specifically want to use them to try and repair whatever's going on inside Hyperion.
Do they
Hyperion.
replicate? Like what? Again, I'm not fully understanding what it is that your nanobites are supposed to do.
My thoughts is that if Hyperion, with his technology, he assisted in programming these nanites,
Mm-hmm.
and I do not see why he would not be able to reprogram to his benefit.
Okay, we'll follow that train of logic. If this was not to his benefit and he was something inside him is attempting to assimilate to a ship, you've just basically given him the ability to jump to you like the Black Plague. And if these nanites are self-replicating, you've basically now given them the capability to assimilate at any point in time and grow.
Yes, I see your point.
So speaking of which, maybe we should keep you back just in case.
Yes, I am. I wouldn't be near. I wouldn't
Okay.
be in it.
Okay.
Yeah, this is like talk that we're having
Sure.
outside of
Okay.
the
No problem.
facility or outside of the room or whatever. Yeah. Because if he's incorporating, I don't want to be incorporated.
Right.
Has anybody just gone in there to check on him?
We don't need Electrum's Kids Incorporated.
Yeah. We're Kids Incorporated. KIDS.
Guys, new brand.
Yeah.
Legacy, Kids Incorporated.
Huh?
I smell a sitcom. But yeah, has anybody gone in to just like look at him up close?
So Dr. Austin Kelsey says, I'm assuming that's what you're ultimately asking here. And again, the only way to know is to try.
I mean, I don't know what I'm looking at, but I have no. I don't have a connection to my suit. I should be okay to go and just look at him.
But do you know how to activate him? Do you know anything about computers, programming?
I'm good with the spaceship, but actually, I'm gonna turn and look at Hyperion. Oh wait, hold on, never mind. Do I have my thermal vision?
Negative.
No? Okay. Dang it, never mind. Does he have any plants in him?
Great question. And when you kind of focus for a second, no, actually, he does not.
Oh, dang. He's not an apple. Okay.
No. Not by tech or by fruit standards.
I tried.
Okay, should I
I guess
Fine.
one of the med scanners. Would one of the med scanners be good?
The med scanners are for organics.
Yep.
Then yeah, we need a laptop or some type of tech.
I would be sure to disconnect the because do they have Wi-Fi like wireless?
Essentially, yes.
Okay, so I say I would be sure to disable the wireless connectivity of the laptop. We do not want to inadvertently, if he were to incorporate said laptop, for him to gain access to this facility.
Wait, didn't the Russians develop like a anti-tech like
Caller?
collar?
Yeah. Hmm.
Was it anti-tech?
She says you're referring to the nullifier collars, and yes, they weren't the only ones. There are such a thing. I don't know how that would affect here. But I suppose it wouldn't be a bad idea to get one or two on hand just in case. Again,
What about
we're back to the same situation where our only option is to try.
I would suggest having an EMP, a local EMP available.
I'm going to put together a short list of non-networked equipment and ask the science minister to let us use
Sure.
some of it.
Sure. But so once you've made your requisitions, which that's simple enough, and they do give you an EMP grenade,
Okay,
not to keep,
good. Not to keep.
not to keep.
Not a toy.
They are not common.
Oh. Okay,
And so Dr. Rostenkowski at that point then gets a laptop, connects to Hyperion's ports, and does a systems diagnostic.
Syntax error.
If it was this easy this whole time, we've
No,
been
that's our
like,
other brother.
So
Invisible
she
one.
says, I'm seeing code here that I don't recognize, but it looks like based on the code, it was self-replicating. So it sounds like it was some sort of virus.
That has to be Dr. October's virus, right?
Like a cancer?
like the virus blew back into his body.
I mean, if he remained in connection to something that was infected, that's entirely possible.
Oh,
So is this what the
no.
virus did to him, or
Can it be cleansed or quarantined or
So she's looking.
whatever?
So she's looking through the coding. She says, "I'm not finding anything residual in his memory module, which would tell me that he, either his systems or he himself, caught the fact that there was a virus in his system and he was attempting to block it off and purge it."
Okay. So he's still in there somewhere.
would we be able to disconnect most of him from this hunk and maybe try to get him a new body going, or would that be the way to deal with this? Or
Are you saying that Mark is no longer in there?
I don't know, but steps that he took severed it. She says so. Speaking in basic computers, sometimes viri um, are coded well enough that they can reside in your RAM on your computer. So anytime that you start it up again, even if you have gone through with an antivirus program, it could still repopulate and spread throughout your system access programs. The only way to block that off is essentially kill any of the processes in the RAM and then reboot. If what I'm seeing here is correct, it looks like maybe that's what he was attempting to do.
Did it not complete?
I don't know. It could be that he was, whatever the heck this is, enough that he wasn't able to complete the reboot sequence.
So then I guess, do we just turn him back on again and let him complete the reboot?
Is it possible that these components from the ship are still tainted with the virus?
She says unlikely. If this is operating like a computer virus, it requires the processor to do whatever the heck this is.
While he was on the ship before its destruction, could that have been the case?
I believe so.
But now that he is disconnected from that processor, then these should effectively be cleansed.
If what you're saying, if I'm following what you're saying is, if we have a best case scenario, he has a bunch of foreign junk attached to his body at this point, but his mind should be okay.
If we can find some microwaves and toasters, I think I can rebuild him. I've done it before.
Out of microwaves and toasters?
I mean,
In Argentina.
I mean,
Yeah.
as you know, that will just get
The
him up
theme
and
music
running.
from MacGyver starts playing all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Lightbringer built Hyperion in a cave with a box of scraps.
All right. Well, let's turn him on.
That's good news.
Okay.
I just
Everybody
like
knock on wood.
how Dale's kind of made like he's mouthed a few things, and just because he's silent, it's like, well, let's ask Hyperion. He's over there like, I think that's a good idea.
Shelly says remake the 6 peso man.
Six
6 peso man.
That was a good time.
We're a spot short of the 6 million.
He's gonna have the cucaracha like plugged into him all the time.
No. He's got the whole like Bionic Man sound effect. Everything. He's running. And when he stops to talk to like the cop or whatnot to tell them what's going on, he's like, bueno.
No.
The low
Like
raspberry.
Buzz Lightyear getting
Exactly.
the Spanish.
Yeah, there you go.
Toy
Yeah.
Story.
Yeah.
100%.
Except instead of it's
As we
All right.
joke over our brother's robot corpse.
I know. Yeah.
We laugh so we don't cry.
So she's got everything hooked up. She says, I leave it up to you. Do you want me to restart him?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
All in favor?
Favor.
Okay.
So she ends up typing like a sequence that they coded in his initial coding. And it's, he starts, you end up hearing like the reboot sound, like, and then you see like some flickering of lights, in his eyes as it's starting to like, come back around.
We get the EMP grenade ready.
I'll kind of position myself before Dr. Rostenkowski in case he gets thrashy. I could try to catch him.
like
And
number
then
5. He starts booting up and he says,
and
"Hello, hobo. Hello, bozo."
One second. Oops, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted right there. So right now, Hyperion is currently going through a boot cycle.
Das Boot.
How many updates?
None, because we turned off the Wi-Fi.
Still gonna ask for updates. Sorry,
Oh yeah.
never stops.
Does anybody have his serial number?
Oh, dang it!
Someone's got to fly back and get it.
It's not the right product code.
Oh man, we pirated this
Second.
version of Hyperion.
Ah, come on.
It's not hooked up to the internet. It should be fine.
I start hearing that. Squawk, dang, dang.
Oh, man, I just had a horrifying thought, but I'm not going to say it out loud in case Jerome hasn't thought of it. So I'm gonna.
Oh no. Yeah, sit on that.
But in a moment, you end up seeing some twitching coming from Hyperion, as like the upper torso or what remains of it, it comes back online.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Legacy. Are you okay? Did we succeed?
In a way, Tyrax is dead.
The planet killer.
It's destroyed. It broke up in orbit.
They self-destructed it.
So you remember us. You recognize us.
As me and Red Arsenal are like peeking in the portal.
Yeah.
Yes, I do remember. The virus, unfortunately, took a back channel back into my code. I attempted to stop it, but it had rendered me immobile. And you see him like kind of look around a little bit. And he, who all is in the room with him right now?
Everybody, all your team, plus Dr. Rostenkowski.
Okay.
Except for Red
Well,
Arsenal.
yeah,
and
I would probably be like, because of the cybernetic arm, he'd probably be
way.
like towards the rear.
Yeah, we're like way back.
Like,
Okay.
yeah, like Lightbringer and Pulsar.
They've
would
got their
probably be
hand on the doorknob.
Well, not that
Ready
far.
to run.
Not that, yeah, well, not
Yeah.
that far, but if Lightbringer and Pulsar are like right next to you, we're like 10 feet, 5 feet back.
Red Arsenal and Xenofreeze, if you could leave the room temporarily, please.
Oh, okay. Just back up and walk out the door.
Okay.
And once they leave, he looks around. I'm sorry to the rest of you. I see something has happened to my body form. I feel hungry.
We
Not
can get you a cheeseburger.
I felt hunger when I noticed my two brothers in the room. That's why I asked them to leave.
He's a machine vampire.
I don't understand why. It seems that I felt like I needed more and more data. I was hungry for it. But I don't remember much beyond when I tried to reset and reboot myself, I found that the coding had attempted to take over more and more functions, but I managed to stop it and isolate most of it. But to complete the process, a shutdown and reboot was necessary. Clearly, that didn't succeed fully.
Hyperion's gonna be chasing us around, yelling,
Mm.
"Need more input!"
So, do you think? Do you think that if, like, do you just need components to rebuild yourself? Is that the hunger that you're feeling, or like, are you? Is that what this hunger requires, or is this something more than that?
I am unsure at this time. It's likely from the foreign code. I've never run into this before. Only recently did I feel normal hunger, and that was after I was overhauled at the space base. But this is different. It's uncomfortable.
Jerome, can I try reaching out to him telepathically to see if his mind feels different?
Sure, go ahead.
That would be a psyche.
No. Would oh yes, sorry.
She's like, "Hey, how's it going?"
Yellow feet.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say testing.
Yeah.
And
it works.
Okay. So yeah, in his mind, he's like, "I can hear you." Are you sensing anything different when you're talking to me?
Does it feel any different, Jerome?
Give me an empathy check.
That's also psyche, right?
Yes.
White feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Help. Yeah, you've got no clue.
Yeah. I can't tell. It's been a long day.
Is this all the same day, Jerome?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'd assumed like a day or two had passed.
No.
Okay, so I'm probably like, should I be walking around? Right.
Once I get the shards out of you, you're able to heal.
Oh, okay.
Would you mind if we keep you isolated for a while we figure this out?
I would actually appreciate that.
Okay.
But before you do and isolate me, well done, everybody. We managed to accomplish it. Did we sustain any casualties amongst the teams we're fighting?
I'm not sure. I came at the last bit.
A lot of people were hurt in New York. Let's see. Yeah, it was pretty hairy. I know one person got shaken really hard by Tyrax, but it was a lot. It was really hard to keep track of things. Do you know Baron Damocles?
Yes. Did he arrive?
Yeah, he popped in for a minute, monologued, did some stuff, and then got blown away with the rest of us. And I don't know what happened to him after that, but yeah, it was
And I take it something happened to you since you're not in your armor. You're in plain clothes.
Yeah, I got Tyrax exploded and it blasted my armor apart. And I can't seem to reach compass. But that didn't stop me from I still have the strength, which is good. So I kept in the fight as long as I could. The president and I were the ones who well, I don't know, because Tyrus got shot by an arrow, and then we punched him in the head really hard, and yeah, uh, his head stayed behind, but his body went elsewhere.
I see.
So yeah, sorry. I know we're not supposed to. I know we're not supposed to kill, but yeah, my bad, brother.
On the contrary, you did what was necessary to save the world. He was an irrational, unreachable monster. He'd already been defeated before. He'd already made our brother's race nearly extinct. He needed to be stopped, and you did so. Don't feel bad for doing that. I know it might not feel good to end life, but there's sometimes, especially in war, when you have no other choice if you're trying to save what you're trying to save.
Yeah.
The arrow, where did that come from?
That was me. Dr. Rostenkowski and I studied some Travixium and came up with a compound that would disintegrate it. And we were able to fabricate a very small amount, which I made into a projectile. And we have Red Arsenal to thank for excellent shot. Let's just call him the mailman, because he delivered.
I think we should call him like what, like half gram,
Half gram.
half a gram, half a gram for Tyrex.
It was this definitely a team effort.
Yeah, Xenofreeze kept as much of New York safe as he could by putting up barriers of ice. Black Mass, the President, Thor, so many people. Yeah. I thought it was 2 days later. I guess it's only been a day. Or it hasn't been a day.
Oh, it sure felt like a week so far.
Yeah. I miss flying.
I'm ready!
We'll find a way to
It's been
fix
2
you.
hours.
Yeah.
Well, again, well done, Legacy. We've done it. There's more to do, more to rebuild, of course, but the Duridians themselves, the rest of the fleet, what happened to them?
It looks like they fled. It looks like the capital ship you were on was left behind, but it looks like the rest of them vanished, right? Or they're fleeing?
Yeah, I think the Tavaxians chased him off.
Or they saw their emperor get his head popped off. Because they came based on his will, right?
It
What
does
happened?
make sense. It's a part of their culture.
So who would be the next leader?
Whoever claims the throne. Maybe that's why they're all rushing back.
Can we hear this conversation?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We're just outside the room.
Yeah.
He like yells through the window.
The Duridians are normally a peace-loving people, and the only reason that we could figure that they were being on the aggressive was because of Tyrex. Hopefully, they went home to lick their wounds and rebuild their society the way it used to be, rather than relying on a tyrant as their leader.
I guess, yeah, we can only hope.
The Tavaxians also assisted us. They made it to the interstellar space and were engaging the Deridians at that point until the defeat of Tyrex.
Excellent. So, the attack on the capital ship and the explosions we heard, that was the Tavaxians. Excellent. Well, again, excellent work, everybody. We have much to do. I have much to fix, as he looks at the weirdness of his body. He's like, unfortunate my subsystem hasn't been fixing this. I need to find out why.
Do you need materials?
If I'm able to fix my quantum photonic reconstructor, that should undo the damage as long as it hasn't been corrupted. If I could have some tools while I'm isolated, I could try to self-diagnose.
Yeah, I can get some of those for you.
Excellent.
Swing down to Home Depot.
No, it was Circuit
Radio
City.
Shack.
Circuit City.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Circuit City. Man, they're never gonna go out of business. They're so good.
Yeah.
Okay. So as everybody is wrapping that up, you guys are leaving Hyperion effectively in a storage for a time being, as a protective precaution, and of course allowing him to prepare himself.
It's because he was looking at me and Red Arsenal like turkey legs.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, he kind of leans in for a second. Wait a minute. You look like a baby.
Get in my belly.
I'm bigger than you. I'm higher in the future. Get in my belly.
Oh, he can do that. He outranks us.
I know, right? But the rest of you have been given. It's not glamorous, but you've been given a small barracks, so that the rest of you can rest and relax here for the time being, and heal, obviously, because as President Albrecht has indicated, it's important that the rest of you get healed as quickly as possible. You can't obviously do anything about the rest of them, but it's obvious, it would help if the rest of you could heal as quickly as possible, because we don't know what's about to happen next. So it's like he's just keeping you here so you can recover. Food will be brought to you. If you need, if you need tools, if you need anything to heal with, if you need better pillows, whatever, like everything will be made evident. Just stay put and relax.
I'm gonna stay with the team rather than in my room, just because I'm feeling a little anxiety about this ordeal.
Right.
He had synthesize. He had the ability to synthesize my food, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So that way I could replenish myself.
Correct.
I think,
or an inappropriate. Basically, it's an appropriate substitute.
Right.
So, after the first day in Hyperion, since you don't sleep, you've been taking time and with your arms and your processes and whatnot, slowly starting to rebuild at least your upper torso.
Yeah.
The rest of it, you're definitely going to need help with. And you're also cutting away like the waste, like the stuff that was just piled on.
Right.
And in the upper part of your eye, you see some words go brrr, across it. Come across.
What
Does it say all your base?
Yes, that's exactly what it says.
All your base are belong to us.
it says, "Welcome to the connection."
The connection. What am I?
And then you hear coming through in a robotic voice, "Pleasure to make your acquaintance again, Father." And that's where we'll end it for the evening.
No! Nice.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance again, Father.
Mainframe. Awesome. I was wondering if he would ever pop back up at some point.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What?
Sounds like Davey's over there like,
For real?
Dave back
Yeah.
in there. No.
David's like, who's the mother?
It's Linux.
But oh man, no, Mainframe he was the coolest for a while, but then he got a body, but he didn't wear pants, and I was like, oh no, you gotta wear pants.
Oh, just
And
like
then he
his dad.
rebelled and ran away from home
Yep,
and tried to conquer the world.
yep.
You can't
As
walk around
they
the
do.
street with your transistor hanging out.
Yeah.
Do what I want.
All right. So congrats. You guys have successfully repelled the alien invasion. Something that has been plaguing you in the background for what are we? Season 5 now?
Yeah.
So for 4 seasons, because it was indicated way back towards when we first began.
Yep.
That Tyrax was the baddie, the guy, and that was the concern. That is why Meredith put this group together.
Yep.
You know, as a way to try and thwart them. So, congrats.
Yay.
Go ahead and roll for karma.
Not me. I always roll ones.
He's so wrong. We roll for it. We rolled a 10. And he's like, all right, that's like, 100,000 karma. Too bad you killed him.
Oh yeah.
I
Who wants
mean,
to roll it?
I think Dale should roll it because he will know how to do it.
Yeah.
I don't know how to roll for karma.
It's just isn't it just /R?
It's just
Yeah, we're doing a 1d10.
It's exclamation.
Oh.
Or no, yeah, /R space 1d10.
Oh yeah, then it's like time stuff.
I'll go ahead and roll then.
I've never done that, so I was like, I shouldn't. Don't ask me to do it.
Cinco.
Okay. Got a
That's
5, and so if we're doing it normally,
Mhm.
let's see, it's ultimately times 300 because of our group. That's 1,500 karma earned there.
Nice.
Let's see, added to what we currently have, that would give us a total of 8,805 in the group bank.
Nice.
So there you go. That was added karma, obviously, for saving the world and defeating the definitively defeating the big bad. So we have RP votes to deal with. Shelly, if you're still in the chat, obviously you can weigh in if you'd like. We're going to start with Davey. Davey, who's your RP vote go to?
Wow. Who? I mean, Lightbringer electrocuted me. Pulsar did like a mollywop on Tyrax. Mainframe's back.
You can't give the RP vote to Mainframe.
You don't want to give the RP vote to Mainframe.
Yeah. Xenofreeze saved New York. Like, I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to go with Dale. And yeah, Mainframe's back. My boy's back.
Mainframe's back. Back
Back
again.
Back again. JD's back.
Played by Emily.
Hello, friend. And instead of the rest of the line, it's just like sound waves, like you're trying to connect to the old internet. Ping, ping,
Oh.
ping.
Modem noises.
I was thinking sound. You said Soundwave, and it made me think of Transformers.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Never gonna get tired of him. Soundwave is the man.
Oh yeah.
Brittany.
I'm gonna go with George
Okay.
for
And as an
standing up
FYI,
when he gets
Shelley
knocked
voted for
down.
George as well. So I'm sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead.
For standing up when he was knocked down.
Call me
Okay.
Chumbawamba.
Get knocked
So
down.
he gets the
Knock
Chumbawamba
it out
vote.
again.
Also, I should have said
That's his new nickname.
it would be hilarious. That's the last thing Tyrax heard before
Yeah. We got quarter grand. No,
Half gram.
half a
Half
gram for
half
Tyrax.
gram and Chumbawamba.
Oh, that's right. No.
We're gonna put these on your new trading card.
Okay. So George, who are you voting for?
I'm going to vote for. I think I'm going to vote for Red Arsenal because he's the one who delivered the payload. So it's going to half a gram.
Okay.
Nice. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Gail.
I'm actually going to go for Brittany for big braining the solutions, all the solutions that needed to be solved.
There's a couple. There are some very, very key things that have happened in this particular game that is going to affect everything going forward. All of that has to do with what you just did with your big brain.
I'm gonna be so freaking rich.
I'm gonna put a motion with your popular science articles because this was such like a big team effort. What does Jerome think about giving the RP vote to the team, to the squad? It's a special occasion. We punched Tyrex's brains out. I said I was going to hit him in the jaw, and I did.
That's what you guys.
He said that from day one. He said that from like minute one. I'm gonna.
That's why I gave you guys the extra karma.
Oh, okay.
Which would have been more than RP.
Good try.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So Shelley already voted. Shelley's voting for George and Derek.
I was thinking Brittany because of the Brainiac.
Okay. So we have a tie. Brittany and George need to roll off. Just roll 1d10, see what you get. No, not rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock.
8.
8 is great.
Oh,
9 is better.
Yep.
Yeah.
9
9
also
is
means
divine.
no. Yeah.
Good job.
So
9.
all right. So George, you get the karma
Good
vote
job.
or RP vote. So you get an additional 200 for yourself,
Hooray!
which you can hold on to, or you can just dump right back to the bank if you'd like. Either way.
I would like to keep that as like my personal karma because I liked having like a little bit to give me an edge in fights.
Okay.
Mhm.
If that's okay.
Without having to dip into the spending pool.
Yeah, because I liked being like because it came in clutch, especially when it was like, okay, we got to pilot the ship. Okay, we got to do this. But yeah, I
And we were able to use the rest of the karma for other roles too.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. So great game, guys. Hope you had a lot of fun with that. Some interesting revelations. Next week, we are going to be on the 19th. We're going to be playing Cyberpunk. And then the week after that, on the 26th, we're going to be doing Star Wars again.
Pew, pew,
On
pew.
the 28th, it is Mythic Savannah. And the 1st of March is going to be this game again.
Woo! Wow.
I will not be here for that one. It is my mother's 80th birthday.
Happy
I
birthday
will
to
be
your mom.
Happy
out of
birthday,
town.
Derek's mom.
Oh, wait, March 1st. Now that you point that out, we have a
Memorial.
memorial service to go to for a friend. So we
Yeah.
actually will not have game that day.
Oh, okay. It's actually not my mom's birthday. It's actually the 3rd, but we're celebrating on the 1st because,
Okay, canceled.
yeah. Okay.
So, again,
So on the
everybody
15th of March.
Everybody, thanks for hanging out with us. Catch us again on the replay on YouTube and Twitch. And we will catch you again next time. Good night, guys.
No.
I punched him in the mouth.